Hi everybody, it's March and it's time to do our Quilt Builders card deck block of the month. That's a mouthful. Anyway, our block this month is the flower basket, which is this one right here. And of course I have mine in the quilt backwards according to this picture. It shows it going this way, and doesn't that just figure? But anyway, this is the card. And these are the instructions on the back side, and we are making the 12-inch block. You have in your little packet of fabric the fabric to make the basket and a fabric to make one of these blocks or one of these, whichever one you choose. And we've been through that, and you can go back to January and review that if you need to. Now, on this block, it tells you to cut 4 3 7/8 of the blue, which is going to become these, and 4 3 7/8 of the white, which is the one connecting to it. So because we're doing them, or if you are choosing to do them where you cut them a little bit bigger and trim them down, you're going to cut 3 squares that are 4 1/4 and one that's 3 7/8 of both the blue and the white. Okay? The reason being is that this and this, and this, those are the half square triangles that you're going to make, put together, draw the line, blah-de-blah. And then you need 2 triangles that are exactly the right size that are going to sew onto here, and one that's going to sew onto here. Those are the whites. And then the blues, one is going to sew onto here, and one is going to sew onto here. So you need those to be exactly 3 7/8 and then cut on the diagonal. I hope that that's clear. If not, you know what to do. So you're going to go ahead and make your half square triangles and then cut your triangles. You've already cut the big triangles, which is this one and this one, right? You're going to have extra pieces left over, so don't be alarmed when you can't fit them all in there. So you're going to sew together the 3, sew together 2 and add on that, sew together 2, take that one and add on that piece, okay? So now you've got this constructed. Then you're going to add this triangle on, okay? So now you've got this square constructed. Okay, so you have these pieces. I wanted to show you something because there was a question about this. So this is this piece here, and this is this piece here. So when you are sewing those two together, when you get them in your hand, sometimes it's like, which way is this supposed to go? So this corner meets, and this corner hangs over just a hair. Let me get it behind something. There, white. See how that hangs over? So what you're going to do, or can you see it better that way? You're going to sew right where that meets across, and that should be 1/4 of an inch. Okay? If you pick up these 2 pieces and you're like, just lay them out next to your block, like so, and then fold it over, and then that'll help you, and then carry it like this to your sewing machine, and that will help you remember how to sew it on and what corner lines up where. Okay? So I talked a little bit about 1/4 inch, and I realized, well, I had a conversation with Jody, and we talked about 1/4 inch, and this is a little tool that I have that I absolutely love. It's like almost free, $1.95, and it has a hole in it, and actually it's got coating on it right now, so you can't see through it. I could probably take that off. I can. Whoops. Okay, so see, it's clear. This goes underneath your foot, and you line up your needle with the hole, and you line up this edge with your 1/4 inch foot, or with a 1/4 inch on your machine, or the edge of your foot if you're just using regular foot. And then you'll know exactly that your machine is at 1/4 of an inch, or where your 1/4 inch is. So I use this a lot. My machine tends to change its 1/4 inch. I don't know how that works or why, but it does. And so it's always a good idea just to check your 1/4 inch periodically, and this is a really good way to set it. So there's that. And then it got recommended to me that these two tools, these are both the same tools. They just look different. They're made by different companies. This one is a Creative Grid, and this one is Studio, oh, what is it? Forgive me, I'll tell you next time, or somebody can chime in. This also has paper on it, but there's a line down the center, like there's a line down the center of this. When you're making those half square triangles, you put the two squares together and you draw your diagonal line. You can actually lay this on the diagonal, and then trace down both sides, and that will give you your 1/4 inch line that you need to sew on if you want to do it that way. Okay, so a lot of people use these tools and are very successful with them. I think that's all I have to say about the tools. So once you've made that square, you're going to sew that to that, that to that, and sew those on. And then that triangle is the last piece. And then you're done. And then the next thing you know, it's April. Yay! So that's the scoop on that today. I think I've told you everything I need to. Be safe, I love you, and peace. Thanks.